It just keeps getting thousands and thousands more backers for this Hasbro project. They've already had to stretch the goal 3 times. Hasbro just announced that they've now added 2 more. The first is when this thing hits 15,000 backers, you're going to get a transparent stand for the ship. This thing is massive. And at 17,000 backers, Hasbro will throw in a 3¼ inch or 3 7, what is it, 3/4 inch, 3 2/3 inch? I don't know. Off-world Jawa.
3/4.
Thank you. I can't read math.
Leave the math to the math teacher, please.
It's I didn't even know you taught math, so that just tells me I'm a terrible friend. But it's an off-world Jawa elder figure that we get, and oh my damn, it's $350. Both of you boys have backed this project. So realistically, are we going to get to 17,000? Will my one backing of the ship help us get that off-world Jawa?
We don't need you. I mean, yes.
Yes. Well, see, here's the long and short of it, David. Right before I went on, I checked and we are 930 away from 17,000. And we've got 5 days and 1 hour to get there. And the way we've been moving the last couple days, we're going to get that 5th unlock. And what I think is interesting about this, I don't know, Josh, you can pop in on this too, but like there's been 5 unlocks so far, and they've been like cool, lame, cool, lame, cool. And to me anyway, they've been like inconsistent. They're not like progressively getting cooler, which you would think they would, but yeah, 5 days to go, 930 to get that last unlock of the carded off-world Jawa. To go with your carded 3 3/4 inch Baby Yoda in the pod, as well as a Mandalorian that comes with the Razor Crest. So, Josh, what do you think about the unlocks so far?
I actually understand their strategy. I get it. Part of me, especially with the stand. Now, when you're adding like the carbonite, bounties, and you're adding other cool stuff, cool. But the stand for me was like, okay, we had to unlock that because you're looking at, like David said, a massive display piece, like a really big display piece. According to the small hands model that was displaying it on the, do you have that image? I loved it because it was like, show me the hands. Show me the hands. They were like show me hands, like banana for scale is what I was going for. And so we saw the scale. And yeah, no, take it easy. We saw the scale. And I was like, yeah, give me a stand, because Andy and I have talked about on our pod, like, displaying your pieces when you put them down and then having a stand that kicks it to the left like it's banking. It's fantastic. So I don't disagree with you, Andy, when it comes to like cool, lame. It's almost like give it all to me, because we talked about this a bit on our show is we didn't get any extras when we pumped up the mark. So obviously Haslab has learned their lesson, a little bit of promotional drive. And look, we're spreading the word right now, because guess what? We need 900 more supporters to get us to the next level, which is what? What is the next level?
Next level is the carded off-world Jawa. And this is the count that I am only concerned about tonight.
What is that?
The Haslab count.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, yeah. I see.
Vote blue. Vote blue. I'm sorry.
I've got.
But hold on. Pause right there and go back to that picture.
I can't. We'll circle back around.
It's cool, but that was an amazing picture.
2 things. Josh, you're absolutely right. The stand should be a part of the original package, because we got such a cool stand with the Vintage Collection Slave 1 that it's like, yeah, you better just start putting them in there, because I mean, why would you not want to stand for your awesome vehicle to display? And then secondly, and those of you that know Lego, the Lego Razor's Crest specifically, you know that there's an escape pod on the top of that as well. And then the second unlock was an escape pod on the top of this one too. And the fact that an escape pod at the top of the Razor's Crest is featured prominently in the Lego and in the Haslab project makes me think, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but it makes me think that it's prevalent in some way to season 2.
I can roll with that. Here's my question about this. As someone who's not big into collecting the Hasbro product, I mean, I have a lot of Black Series figures, but I am just about to start my journey here if I really do pull the trigger on this $350 Haslab project, okay? The quality of detail, talk to me about the depths that Hasbro is going with this project. How do you justify $350? I thought originally you were getting a gray Razor Crest. It looks like we're actually getting a painted ship.
Yes.
Well, I think what you need to get from Haslab, if you're new to Haslab, what their big thrust is, and you can really kind of buy into this, and as a new collector, an existing collector, a seasoned collector, what they're trying to do is very collector based, and it's awesome. And they did this with the barge, is that they will send you updates. And David, to your point, what you're talking about there was a 3D model. This thing hasn't been built yet. However, in the images that you're showing right now, they prototyped this out finally. But initially, they just sent you really a 3D rendering, which is like some kind of laser scan of, or no, probably just a port from the show. Like they ported over the 3D model that some genius at LucasArts designed for them, or Lucasfilms, and they ported that over, and that hadn't become physical yet. What you're looking at right here in the images, that is a physical model somebody's created through whatever molding process they use. I don't know. It's probably a 3D printer. But the one thing that I love about the Haslab project, for one, now that they've kind of expanded to tiers, but for two, the attention to detail is beyond, you know. And even Andy just brought up Vintage Collection with the Slave One. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff, but if the attention to detail that you will get out of a Haslab project is by far the best in any toy line that you can find. Now, the figures, the 3 3/4 figures, they're going to kind of look similar, but right there, that was my comment, was that ammo room, or the weapon room. That the attention to detail is amazing.
And the vac tube on the toilet too.
Right, the vac tube you saw drop down. You can go into
that's why you buy it right there, is because you get the shitter.
You can go into the katana, the barge. I still look at it and find new things, just because I haven't like stared at it, you know, for 3 hours. But I still look at it from time to time as I'm moving around my room or whatever, because as a collector, you're going to always change your displays to make room for the rest of the crap you bought. But I find something new every time. And looking at those images, I'm like, oh my gosh, you could look at the wiring, which is ridiculous, but I'm going too far into the weeds here. But.
Hey, I think
Josh,
we've all established. I think we've all established that it's a really solid model. Andy, do you have something real quick that you want to share?
Real quick, to make this go from a 9.5 to a 10 would be put some electronics in it. Give me a couple lights, and it'll put it over the moon.
Drop
like,
lights?
Why not?
Why not? Landing lights.
Holy maybe moly. A light in the cockpit area to light up the dashboard. You know, just put a couple little lights in there. We were putting lights in
and a C battery. Make sure you use a C battery to power them.
In 1978, we were putting batteries in our vehicles. Why can't we do it now?
Oh my goodness. I'm excited, but I feel like that's gonna have to get like 20,000 backers. I feel like electronics added into the ship. There's gonna be some like redesign that's gonna be needed. You know, and I'm not an electrician, so that's gonna be very complicated for me. I don't know if I need that. But
it's not complicated.
Okay. Well, I'll trust your word for it. If someone wants to back this thing, what's the easiest way to do it?
Go to just type in Haslab Razor Crest, and it'll take you right to the Hasbro Pulse. All right, that's what it's called, right? Hasbro Pulse. Take you right there, and you can lock and load and order it. It's supposed to come out in the fall of next year.
Thank you for watching Beyond the Blast Doors. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up and leave a comment. Beyond the Blast Doors, a Star Wars conversation.